All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go live and see. Oh man, I don't know. I've got the best setup I possibly can, just kind of as an impromptu setup. But I'm gonna be looking for any potential comments or questions. If the audio is bad, then just let me know. This will be kind of good as it gets. It's at a weird angle though. Hopefully, huh? I don't know. Well, we'll see. I'd rather not put on the microphone unless I have to. But all right, so I'll just put this, and then I will start in a minute. So I'm just going to do the buff. It's a standing for, I haven't done a live stream before. Been wanting to. Some lights. But I can't unless I have a laptop. So, whatever. So this will post up either way. So I wanted to do it. If I'm going to do a video, I might as well do live stream for a little bit, and then see how those go and see if it's something I want to continue to do. As far as give people a little bit more of a heads up in the future. But today it was kind of like, what the hell? Let's try it out. This is more of just kind of getting the kinks out of like, can I set the camera up? Can I, do this and do that? Looks all right. Yeah, I mean, should be able to see. And then the video will be posted anyway. So it honestly won't really matter. And I've got a hood and merganser to do too, but I don't know if, where the hell's my wood at? I don't know if I'm going to do that as part of this or not. Well, I don't know where my wood, oh, there it is. So let me go. Let me get the wire ready, and then we'll go ahead and get this going. Yeah, maybe I should do microphone. I'm sure the fan is noisy. Problem is I can't hear anything on these live feeds, so I don't really know if it sounds like garbage or. Let me go ahead and put, where is the speaker? Watch now, I'm going to mess everything up trying to find the damn speaker. Let's see, is it over here? Well, shit, I don't know if this has a, special port for Apple stuff. It doesn't have just the cable. All right, well, I guess this is it then. So we'll put a 0.2 in the video. This is this initial setup, just to kind of like, I just posted on Instagram, and obviously I didn't even know what the camera was going to be able to show. And like I said, this is the first one. I'll post in there. We're almost at 5 minutes, so I'll just post like skip to 5 minutes is where the process starts or the mounting. That way nobody has to kind of watch the setup. And actually, I told everybody 12:30, so I might just kind of chill for a minute. I was a little ambitious. I started early because I was curious on if I could even get the camera set up right. It's all right. I'll get the wire in the meantime. Got our 8mm. See, everything's backwards too. It's a reverse mirror. Oh well. These are good. Like, Tohiken really doesn't make an 8mm of the aspheric, and these go to 8mm. Oh wait, it's over here. So it's, you know, they're a little bulbousy. Like, you have to kind of press them in a little bit more than, say, the regular aspheric. But I mean, I guess doesn't really matter. But and then I've got my heads. So it's for standing. Now I can actually, like, this camera does have better focus. So Bufflehead and eyes and clay and tweezers and glue. So this is standing for one leg on the wall. So I'm going to do, I don't know, on a bigger bird, I would do 8 gauge, 10 gauge for like mallardish would be 8. 8's kind of tough though. Like, when you start actually bending the leg, it wants to pop out of the other side. So like 10 gauge is normally good if it's, you know, pintail widgeon, redhead, that kind of stuff. And then like wood duck, buff, you could really do 12. I mean, it's got more wobble than a 10, but it also has, like, it has less wobble. But if you have too big of a wire in a small duck like this, say like 10 gauge, then you kind of have, it's too stiff, and it's just, where's the body at? Instead of me yammering on about it, so then it's like, then when you put it in and go around, then as soon as you start bending it, then this is hard, and you can glue it in. I don't know. Unless it needs to be shipped, or if it's going to be something that's going to be in a certain situation where it needs to be like super strong. So then I just kind of bend, and then I'll kind of get an S shape here. And then under the mirror image is throwing me. And then I'll just kind of bend this over. Just kind of get the head, you know, kind of, I want it kind of down a little bit more. So, I mean, you want this bend, you want this here to kind of be going down a little bit more. Something like that. And then obviously you want the, you know, the straight on view to be pretty straight. So both look pretty good though. They look good whether they're kind of upright or head really like pooched in. All right, I think that's good. All right, let me get my wire. We still have a couple, so I guess technically we'll be starting here in a second. So let me get the wires so we can get going. Oh, that's funny. There's like a delay. So this is just the 12. I'm going to do, I just kind of balance it. And then, I mean, that gets it within a 1/16 of an inch of being like dead on. So I know you can't see as much back here, but then generally what I would say, obviously for a flying bird, you don't need to do it the support wire, but for a standing bird, so I got 18 here. I'll do for the other leg, the leg that'll be up, and then I'll use the other half for put the tail in there. Where's my, I can't use my damn file. Normally I have a file. That's actually what's holding up the camera deal. But then you just kind of file off the burr. And then that way, when you're putting it in there, you can also do it, I guess, with pliers. If anybody wants to, there's a couple people in here. If you want to say hi, I can't really, it won't let me see who's in here. So I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, these are just kind of for new additions. And then next time I'll try to do like an announcement. Like maybe if I'm doing it tomorrow, I'll do an announcement like a day early or something. I just wanted to get a few new videos up. Okay. So we'll get electrical tape. And then I'm watching over here so I can kind of see like what's going on. And it's like a delay. So it's kind of tripping me out. Like I can't see the camera up here. And then I'm looking at it over here, but I can't. So there's like a 5-second delay. All right. Anyway. So let me put, and if anybody can't hear me good, or I don't know, I guess I have to have a special speaker to set up on this deal for this tablet. So, all right. So he's going to be facing this way toward the left. This is mirror image, so I don't know how this is going to go. So open this up, go to the back of the leg. And the main thing is to not have it poke out the back. Make sure you kind of get it going down the leg. And then before you get too far out there, push the foot flat. And then you can kind of just feel the wire as it goes out, because you don't want to have if you don't have the foot outstretched, then when you put the wire through there and then you try to stretch it flat to put on a wood or whatever, then it rips. And then, of course, when you go to inject it, then it's that much more to leak out. So the least amount of damage to the foot. So if the foot's flat and you push the wire through, then the hole will be, roughly just the size of the wire. So then tape. So I don't know. I may try a few of these. It's kind of it won't let me do it on my phone until I'm at like 1,000, which I'm getting closer to. But all right, so try this. But it will let me from a laptop. So these both have the same size bone length. And I know some people have mentioned before, like, hey, what do you do if it's broken, or do you like repair the bone? But it's like, honestly, there's no point. I mean, even on a flying bird, those bones, the two bones in the wing, I mean, maybe on a bigger bird, if you use it as like a guide, if you want to still just wire it, and then once you start putting it together, you can just run some wires in kind of the middle of the bone to kind of, because there's no way to really connect them back. You can glue it and stuff, but then once you really start torquing things, it's going to just break. So it's almost like, as long as you have one side that's complete, then you just mirror image it. This is just the thin wire, so this is no big deal. This just, I go to the base, make sure not to have it protrude out. It's like I've seen some guys that like on the non support side, they'll have it pushed out and then they clip it. But the thing with clipping is you can never get it like literally right next to the skin. So it's kind of, I don't know, just seems pointless. So we got wired, got my, I got a hood merganser to do too. So I'm going to, did I already tie it? No, I don't think. So I'm going to make this thread big enough for 2. Oh man, it's freaking hot down here. I'm sure anybody that sees this, you'll know what I'm talking about, but I've been trying to do a little bit more of the shadow box or some of the mounts, different places. I don't know. That's the kind of stuff I like. I like watching some of the different, just cool stuff, you know, or rarer stuff. Got a snowcock hunt coming up. Who knows how many years that'll take to actually to get one. But this will be my third trip. All right, so got this done. Take the paper towels out. I've had a few people ask about that, so I just took them out there. So make sure your hands are clean, obviously. Make sure the wire is bent back straight, that we kind of bent over before. That way it's not catching on the skin. And then thicker support wire first. Normally I don't have everything so compact, but I'm trying to keep it in the screen. I normally like to have the support wire going straighter across, but I just can't get the right angle and get it on video too. So then here, I just want to make sure that was anybody going to say hi on the chat? There's been people coming in and out. Normally when I make videos, it's kind of like, I know I'm just talking to myself. It's kind of different when you see people on here. I don't know, buffleheads are cool birds, man. We get a lot of them here. But you know what, to be honest, though, like when I talk to people from East Coast, West Coast, like I know all the trips, the stuff that I've done to like Rhode Island or Washington, like buffs are like one of the more common divers kind of everywhere, which is kind of funny because like when I was growing up in North Texas, man, we never had buffs. Like I mean, maybe it's because of saltwater, I guess, but like, man, a bufflehead was crazy talk. And every other place I go, it's like, you know, the guy's like, oh, well, we can go out to this bay and go shoot buffleheads. It's like, nah, man, I didn't freaking fly, 5 hours to shoot a bufflehead. Like I came for eider or harlequin or whatever. But I don't know. And then people used to be like, down here, they would always kind of be like, oh man, it's just a bufflehead, and they never really thought about like a bird to mount or mount worthy. Then they started seeing a few mounts, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, I got to get a bufflehead. This is cool. So now I'm just going to get the glue. This is one, like, this is a cool, of course I don't have it ready. A lot of these divers, man, their skin is real like, just put a little paper towel so the glue won't get on the feathers. And that way you can kind of set it to dry. And then now I'm ready for stuffing, and I don't know how long I'm going to do this one, man. I got all most of the fans off to kind of keep the noise down, but it is freaking hot. So I might put this together, and I had one earlier I did, like, it posted a live video that was like 3 seconds long because I was messing with the settings, and it's like, you're live. I was like, oh shit, didn't mean to do that. So I can see how people get like mishaps on live feeds. Of course, I'm just mounting a bird and I'm not doing anything crazy, but all right. So borax, I put a little bit of stuffing on the side. So like on a standing bird that's kind of chubby anyway, I'll put a little bit on there just to help keep the width good. So then we'll sew this guy up, and then maybe I'll do like, I don't know, maybe I'll do the head, and people keep popping in and out, but I haven't seen any comments or questions. Like I said, man, even like when people drop off or pick up, I like just talking bird, man. You know, like, I don't know, I like hearing about hunts people are going to do or want to do. There's a lot of sometimes the down, like that's what's happened on this one here, is the down is like sticking to my thread, so it's making it hard. So then I'll pull kind of back. Let me see, backwards. Sometimes there'll be like a little ball of down that's gotten, you got to kind of pluck it off. That way it doesn't continue to be a problem. Because, you know, a lot of hunts, man, everything started shutting down with COVID, and a lot of the, you know, kind of the more exotic stuff that I get in has been a lot less, obviously, because a lot of trips had to be canceled. You know, and obviously this sucks, man, because, you know, like last year, whenever it was, you know, did a couple dozen king eiders, which was real cool. Some emperor geese, you know, Pacific eye, you know, just the normal kind of crazy Alaska stuff, harlequins and all that. And then, you know, COVID hit, and especially a lot of those islands up there, the Aleutian Islands, they decimated those poor people because they're on a little island, and they're very close contact with each other all the time, and, you know, very, very easy kind of vector for spreading. So it just goes in, and you got a population of 150. It wipes through all of them. And so I don't know, but it's just kind of hopefully some of the trips will kind of restart. And luckily down here, there's a lot of hunting, and it seems like there was way more hunting this year because people were so tired of being cooped up, you know, which was good for stuff like this and redheads and some of those other birds. But you know, I don't know, this one had a little bit of like, was left out too long. Normally when you see feathers that are kind of all pressed or twisted to the side, it's because that area of skin has kind of started to degrade, and so then they'll slip out. And normally it's always from the vent area, and because that's where all the guts are, and that's the first area. That skin is very, very thin. So like, man, sometimes people go out, shoot a bird in the morning, it's on the boat, or unless you're up north, it's not going to be super cold. Maybe it's like 60, 70 degrees, 50s. You leave it on a boat, and then it's like, oh man, I'm going to put it in the truck and go do this and that, and then you finally get it in kind of the fridge. Well, then of course, it still takes time even in that to cool down, and especially if it's got like gut shot, normally where it's some of the bile or whatever is leaked out, that obviously is going to, kind of promote the rotting process, and then you kind of get, these birds that are from here. I guess I'll try to do the clay work on the head. I'm just noticing I can't really like stand it up. I'm gonna have to figure out a new. That's what I'm saying. That's why anybody watching that ends up watching it, because it's gonna get posted like a normal video. This is just trial and error. I wanted to see like what I could kind of get in frame, how hard it was going to be. Normally if I'm doing this with a video I'm posting up, I can pause it, kind of move the camera around. This is like an actual laptop, so it's like, it's not just a small phone I can just position wherever, so it's making it a little bit more difficult. Let me see. Maybe it's a cool piece of wood is going on though. So this is kind of hangs, and he's going to be kind of off to the side. So that'll be kind of offset a little bit. Let me see if I just thinking maybe if I put him on here, I can set it on the table a little easier, so I can at least do the head process before I get out of here. So like I said, I'm going to try to work out the kinks, and I just wanted to try. I feel kind of bad because I had planned to kind of do it, a couple of days this week. Completely forgot about it. Been busy getting, work done. And then I was like, oh shit, I better post this on Instagram. But then I'm using a different device, and so I had to literally type up the link on Instagram. So I don't even know if it works, to be honest, or if copy and paste worked. So I might have to check that out and just kind of see if it was able to hold on, let me check. Just want to check real quick and see if anybody's having problems. Oh man. Okay, so it looks like everything's, or there's no complaints anyway. All right. Some of the videos, like, I wouldn't mind doing it's funny, and the other bird guys out there, like, you'll do a video that you're like, oh man, this is kind of, boring, or this will be like fleshing videos normally get a lot of views, which makes, and like people that are watching, man, if you know how difficult it was to excuse me, to set up a freaking fleshing video where you're, you know, the camera's in there, but not into the danger zone, so to speak. It's like, man, it's so tough to shoot that. And I don't know, there's just a lot of aspects. I do want to do a video of I remember a guy asking in a video a couple months back about doing a video on kind of just what parts you need, because I know, like, when I first started, you, especially if you're kind of going on like some of the old videos, or even if you're watching certain people, it's hard to really know like everything you need, or maybe a specific tool or part of it is not kind of portrayed, or tool is shown where it's like, okay, we're going to do this. And then you don't know, oh, like this is a special pair of pliers, or, you know, like, okay, we got the wire ready, but it's like, okay, well, how'd you cut the wire? What did you know, do to this and that or whatever? So then it's like, you don't really know what to buy or use. And, you know, and you got some guys like in the UK that contact me and they're like, hey, I don't have access to supply companies or fleshing machines, or they're talking about, you know, buying fucking like ice cream makers or something to use the motors. And I laugh just because it's like, taxidermy really is. It's all about being innovative and, you know, ingenuitive and stuff. But I don't know. Let's see. Let's do, that's crazy, man. There's people that keep popping in and out, but nobody said a word. It's like, seriously, man. If anything, the live streams just to talk about some ducks would be great. So setting the eyes, I've done a few videos on this. That's what I mean. Some of it I don't want to just keep doing. So really the goal of the live stream stuff is going to be just kind of for communication, I think. Or like if somebody has a question or just wants to BS or something, probably be more for that than it is like specifically, hey, here's this certain bird or certain pose or certain whatever that I'm doing. You know, and some of them I'm gonna like probably have to just double up on a lot of stuff, because I get so many contacts of like, oh, hey, you know, can you do a video on, somebody will come in and they'll see the first like, you know, couple videos and they're like, hey, can you do a video on you know, what do you do for the driftwood or whatever? And it's like, well, I've already done that, like, you know, way back or whenever. But obviously, you know, to scroll back and go through like every video is tough. So then it's kind of like some of them I might just have to just do twice or do a couple of them, or an updated version, because that was also before the old camera that I had was obviously nowhere near as good. So I guess it'll be all right just to do a few updated ones. Well, I think I'm going to cut it, man, because I've got it together. I'm going to do the painting and stuff. I can't do it and keep it on frame. So if I can't, there's no point. So I may end up, like I said, once I get to that 1,000 mark and I can start doing it on my phone, then I can have my normal camera set up. Normally I have a tripod that I can adjust from a higher, shoot from a higher angle. This is like fairly close. So it's like I can't go up at all to do anything. Whereas normally if I have the camera up high, based on if I zoom in at all, then I can kind of like, you know, maneuver the bird and do stuff. I guess I will show. So this is one I was talking about. That's kind of important, especially on like really any of them, standing or flying. But you know, it's poochy in here. So this is, I think I've gone over it a couple times, but I just kind of go back and up, just kind of tuck the pooch in there. Obviously, when you press the leg, you know, you want it to be pretty close to the body. But like this here, sometimes on the standing leg, you don't have to do it as much because once you start pinning it together. But this one especially, you don't want this to be pooched out. You want it to be kind of, it's not tucked. It's more like it's tucked back this way. Because when it's alive, obviously, you know, your leg meat is normally in here. So some of that skin is kind of looser because of that. So then now I'm obviously just going to put the head together. But anyway, I appreciate it. I think this will post up like normal, but I'm going to have to figure out a way to shoot it from a different angle. So this is just an experiment. I don't even know what the audio sounds like. I'll listen back to it. If it sounds like crap, I'm just going to delete it probably. It's just a test run. So anyway, guys, I appreciate it. I'm going to end it here. And let me just see what I can. Yeah. And I think that's good. It's showing that it's audio and stuff, but yeah, anyway. All right, guys. See you next time.